Hi friends, welcome to another Sunnyside Design video. Today we are talking all about deep cleaning. We have recently posted videos on how to declutter your home and organizing and all sorts of things like that. But today we're going to talk about the importance of deep cleaning and how it really goes hand in hand so you can declutter as you deep clean.
Exactly. And we're going to share an easy way because I used to absolutely hate, I like things clean, and so I would spring clean, but I hated how much time it took. It takes a good portion of a few
Let's
days.
be real. Who likes cleaning?
Right, we want it clean, but we don't want to actually.
Yes.
Although I do like to do it when I'm stressed. It makes me feel good to get in there and clean. But I learned kind of a new method years ago. I've probably been, how many years do you think I've done this? 15 years?
Yeah,
more than that,
probably.
maybe 20 years. I've been kind of following this method, and I got the inspiration from a book called Sink Reflections from Marla Silly. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. Anyway, Cilley. We'll put a link in our description, so if you're interested in reading her book. But I really kind of looked at her method, and I tweaked it for my own, to make it work for me. But she also just talked about that keeping a clean and orderly home blesses your family. And have you ever thought of that? That it can bless your family and your life if you keep an orderly and clean home. So today we're going to share our method here of keeping an organized home, and it's deep cleaning, but it's not deep cleaning in the spring or the fall. It's
10 minutes a day.
10 minutes a day. We did this. Our organizing was 15 minutes a day, but we're going to do 10 minutes of deep cleaning. And if you keep this up on a regular basis, and there are times when I don't do it. There are times when life just takes over and I miss my 10 minutes. But if you do it on a regular basis, your house always is clean. In fact, when you're ready to start up, you might think, well, that's not dirty. Why do I want to clean it?
Just
But
keep it clean.
Just keep it clean. Exactly. And so that's what we're going to share with you today. Now, when we're talking about deep cleaning, I'm talking about cleaning the baseboards, cleaning your blinds, cleaning your windows, the draperies, vacuuming your sofa, the things that don't get done on a regular basis. But I want to, before we get into the meat of this post about the deep cleaning, I want to talk first a minute about my daily routine, because I think that's an important part that helps keep my home clean is my daily routine. So number one thing is I always make my bed. And I know there's a lot of people out there that really hate to make their bed because they're going to sleep in it again, right? My philosophy has always been that why bother to even decorate your bedroom if you're not going to make your bed? And it's just a basic thing that makes your room, makes you feel good when you walk in your room. And it's not a mess if you've cleaned up and made your bed. So that is something I do every single day. I believe that children should make their bed. I made my kids make their bed every single morning. They may have hated me for it and said, well, my friends don't have to do it. But they did it because I made them do it. And now I've come to learn that people are more successful in life if they are bed makers. So you know what? Make your bed. It's a great way to start the day. So that's my number one thing. The other thing is when I am getting ready in the morning and I'm taking my shower, getting ready for the day, number one thing is I always squeegee the shower. It saves me having to clean off water spots and soap scum. It just makes cleaning the bathroom easier if I squeegee. And what does it take? 30 seconds to squeegee the shower? No time at all, but really makes just a huge difference. So that's the next thing I do. Next on my list is after I get ready, hair, makeup, then I wipe down my counters. I put everything away. There's a spot in my bathroom for everything. Nothing gets left out. And I just take my rag that I had cleaned my face with and I just quickly wipe down my countertops and it's clean. Wipe out the sink if there's any toothpaste or anything, water spots. And so the bathroom always looks clean too. So that's the next thing I do when I'm getting ready. When I head out to the kitchen, I always try to make lunches. Right now everybody's working from home. So this doesn't really apply with COVID. Nobody's going to work anymore. But when we were doing work and actually going to an office, I prepared lunches ahead of time. So if you're a brown bagger, grab it out of the fridge and away you go. But for breakfast, the other thing is I've always trained my husband, he's really good at it, is after you eat breakfast, you rinse off your dish and you put it in the dishwasher. So dishes are not remaining in my sink, and it just always stays clean. And I kind of follow that habit throughout the day. So lunchtime, dinner time, whatever it may be, is we rinse and we throw it in the dishwasher. Another tip is when I'm preparing a meal, preparing dinner, while things are cooking or whatever, that's a great time to unload the dishwasher or start to wash things that you've used, measuring cups or spoons, things like that, just so that after dinner you can clean up quickly. It can be done 5 or 10 minutes. Don't let things sit in your sink, because that's going to help keep your home clean. Okay, now I'm going to share my weekly routine. And so once a week, that's when the vacuuming gets done, the dusting gets done, I water my house plants, sweep and mop the floors. That really doesn't take a lot of time. It can be done. I enlist my husband now. Since I'm working, he's working, I figure he can help with that. So I have him help with the cleaning once a week. We pick a night to do it. I don't like to do it on the weekends. My weekends are for fun. So we do that on a weeknight, and it takes 1 hour with both of us working together. And so that really does go fairly quickly, and we can get that done. And the reason it can go quickly is I don't like to have clutter laying around my house either. I've really tried to be in the habit of putting things away. I do have a few spots that collect clutter, one being my kitchen counter, and I have a little spot in my laundry that sometimes gets things collected, but I try to get those put away on a regular basis so that when it comes to cleaning, really you're just wiping things down, and it really doesn't take a whole lot of time if you do it that way. And my new kind of little resolution for this year is, if it can be done, putting something away, doing something in less than 2 minutes, I'm gonna do it right then. I'm not gonna put it off, procrastinate it, and let things build up so that it's taking more time than I want it to. So really, my whole weekly cleaning can be done quickly. Now, I also believe that children can help keep a house clean. And so when my children were young, I had them cleaning the house. They had assigned chores each week. We rotated around. They didn't always have the same chore. And it was expected that they had to do that on Friday afternoons when they got home from school. That was their time to clean. They knew what they had to do. And if they quickly did it, then they could go play, and it was done. So that was, I believe that, you divide up the work. Don't let just one person do it. Spread out the fun and let everyone help with this. Okay, let's take a look now at this deep cleaning method. So when I'm talking about deep cleaning, I'm talking about dusting the baseboards, I'm talking about cleaning the windows, I'm talking about the ceiling fans, all these things that don't get cleaned on a regular basis but need to be cleaned, where it starts to build up. And so usually these items only get cleaned once or twice a year, and so if it's done on a regular basis, it stays clean so much easier. It's so much easier to clean, because when you go to clean it, there's hardly any dust or dirt or buildup there. So it's really just short bursts of cleaning. So this is what I do, is I set a timer for 10 minutes. I plan what I'm going to clean, and I'm gonna show you my little binder in a minute how I do that. But I've got it planned out what I'm going to do. I'm gonna set a timer, and I usually like to turn on a little music. Sometimes it's a podcast, something to keep me energized and going, and I will clean that area. Sometimes I can get 2 areas done in that 10 minutes times. And it really can be done. The most important thing is that you just set aside a time to do it. You can do it 10 minutes in the morning. If you're always rushed in the morning and that's not going to work for you, plan 10 minutes in the evening. Just whatever it's going to take. But really, 10 minutes is such a small amount of time that can make a huge difference in your home. The calendar has 5 weeks in it generally. Not each week has a full week. Sometimes you might have 3 or 4 days on the first week. But if you look at a calendar, just pull this out up right here, you'll see that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now in February, it's a little shorter because we're only going to have 1 day down here on the last one. But what I'm going to do is I've divided up my home into 5 zones. and those are 5 cleaning zones. And then I'm going to have a printable that you can print out of these 5 zones that I use, and you can add to them, change them, whatever works for your home. But this is what works for my home and the things that I need to have cleaned. And so they're divided up, and you will see that how each week will be a zone, and then you'll focus on that zone during the week. So you'll have 5 cleaning days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you'll be cleaning those days. I don't clean on the weekend. I don't do this on the weekend, but I will just focus on one zone a week. So for example, in zone 1, which is my entryway, the porch, the dining room, and the hall. Now I realize they're not all grouped together in one area, but those are areas that don't require a ton of cleaning on a regular basis. And so those are jobs that are really good for a week 1 or a week 5, because those are not necessarily always going to have 5 cleaning days during that week, during the month. So let's take a look at my zone 1, and I've listed jobs that need to be cleaned in the entryway. I've listed jobs on the front porch, the hallway, and the dining room, things that I know that need to be done. So what I do is I'll pick things that I think I can get completed in 10 minutes, and I'll gather my tools together. Now, if I like to use Norwex cloths, and those I don't need to use cleaners with them, and so I'll leave a link for those if you want to get them. They are available on Amazon. I do not sell them. You can buy them from a distributor if you want to, but I love them because they have a silver thread woven into them that helps disinfect them. It kills the bacteria, and so I just use those to give everything a wipe down every day, and I don't need to worry about chemicals and things like that in my home. Now, if you want to use those, I would put your cleaners into a caddy that you can pick up and take with you, a window cleaner, if you use like 409 or a cleaner like that you could just take with you for your cleaning jobs. Then the other thing is I use a duster for like dusting up my walls, something that's got a telescoping handle on it that will reach to clean areas, and use my vacuum a lot. So those are the items that you want to have available quickly that you can just grab, gather for your cleaning. Now, once you have cleaned your area, you've taken your 10 minutes and you focused on it and you've cleaned an area, then you just take and you mark off. So let me hold up my binder here that I keep my cleaning zones in. Ooh, they're right there. So I've got a little space here, so I just use a dry erase marker and I'll just mark off what I have done that day, and then when they all get filled up, I can just wipe it off and I'm ready to mark it for the next time. So these cleaning zones that I have here in my binder, actually I keep in just a binder that is my home binder, which has anything that pertains to my home. So I actually throw in here, I've got a pocket in here where I throw in the bills when they come in and they need to be paid. I have a section for home and garden. So when I'm getting ready to plant my garden, my seed packages, just information about certain things I planted in my garden. I have a section for fun things we want to do. I throw those in there. I've got a section for takeout menus, addresses of different friends and families are in here. And then I've got my cleaning zones. And then in the very back, I also have a section that's cleaning tips. So I've just kept everything together in one spot that helps keep my home organized. Okay, now let's look at zone 2, which zone 2 I have as my kitchen. And generally a kitchen needs to be cleaned a lot more often than other areas of your home, because we're always cooking in here and there's a greasy film that can build up on your cupboards and open shelving if you've got that, your appliances, all these things take a little more time. So Zen is totally focused on one area, which is the kitchen. Now, for instance, when I'm cleaning the kitchen, I'll grab that Norwex cloth that I like to use, and I will say Monday, I'm going to focus on cleaning the outside of my lower cabinets. And so I will just focus on cleaning the little grooves in my cabinetry, wipe that down. I use a toothbrush sometimes, just a little water on it to get something that might be stuck in there. I wipe down all the outsides. Then Tuesday, I may work on actually cleaning out the inside of one of those cabinets. So I will pull items to the side and like I'll take out one stack of dishes, wipe that side, then push the dishes over and then wipe the other side. So I'm not taking everything out of the cupboard. I'm just working on one shelf at a time. And this way it saves me a lot of time when I'm cleaning these things so that it can be done quickly and in that 10-minute time frame that I want to do. So generally speaking, I can clean in 10 minutes the outside of maybe my lower cabinets, and then the next day I can do the outside of my upper cabinets. It might take me a little longer to do the inside, but the inside of my cabinets don't get as dirty, so that doesn't need to be cleaned as often. So you can choose whether it's cleaning the inside of the refrigerator, and if you're doing something that's big like that, it's going to take you a longer time. I would focus on, okay, I'm going to clean 3 shelves in my refrigerator today, or today I'm going to focus on my freezer. So just choose what you can do in that period of time, and you can get accomplished in 10 minutes, and you can feel really good about what you've done. Now the pendant lights in the kitchen can get a greasy film on them. So once again, I use my Norwex cloth when I'm cleaning these, and a polishing cloth. So I just wipe it down, I wipe down the glass, and then I use my polishing cloth to have it a streak-free shine without leaving any lint. Another area that requires constant cleaning is the blinds or shutters, whatever you may have, draperies, the window coverings that can really get that dust settling on them. And if you can keep those cleaned on a regular basis, you're going to find that they are a lot easier to clean when you go to do it. So once again, when I do my plantation shutters, I just grab a damp cloth and I'll just wipe off each shutter as I go, wipe around, I climb up on my ladder. Now that's pretty much all I can do in 10 minutes is get the shutters done in one room. The next day, I probably will focus on the draperies in that room. And I don't take down my draperies all the time. If I do take them down, what I do is I'll throw them in my dryer with a damp cloth, and the dust from the draperies will actually cling to that damp cloth. And that's just a little tip that I use. I don't take them to the dry cleaners. But on a regular basis, I will take the upholstery brush of my vacuum and I will clean those, go around and clean the pleats, clean off my drapery rod, and just run the vacuum down and suck off any dust that might be on my draperies. When I'm cleaning blinds, I like to tilt them all the way up and wipe them down and with just a damp cloth. And then I will flip them the other direction with them all the way tilted down and then reach inside the back side and wipe them from each side to get them clean. I find this method easier for me than trying to go across each slat with all those strings. It just seems to take too long. I find this method a little bit quicker. Another item that should be cleaned regularly in your home is your upholstery. Just like our floors, the carpeting, the wood surfaces, the wood floors, the tile floors, they get dust accumulating on them. So does your furniture, your upholstered pieces, and they should be vacuumed on a regular basis. So I'll pull out my upholstery brush for those. I'll vacuum the cushions, I'll vacuum under the cushions, and who knows, you might make a little money on that job when you're doing that one. For cleaning my walls, I like to use a wall duster. And I start from the top and I'll dust along the ceiling edge, and then I will just take it back and forth until I've done a whole section of wall. Generally, I can do an entire room in less than 5 minutes. It really is pretty quick to just do it that way. I only get out a damp cloth and clean it with water if there's a bunch of fingerprints on the wall, or maybe you've got, in the kitchen, you might get a greasy film. That area may need some damp cleaning or some wiping down that way. But in a bedroom, in other areas of the house, I don't find that I need to do that on a regular basis. Generally, just a quick dusting gets down the dust that might have collected on the walls and any cobwebs that are there. Another item I like to do is to vacuum under my furniture. So my vacuum actually will go fairly flat, and I can get it under beds. so I can easily vacuum under my beds, and then I can take my hose attachment and go around the edges and suck up any items, the little dust that gets around the edges by the baseboards. I can get that all cleaned. I've got a big armoire in my bedroom, and I'm able to get under that with my little upholstery tool attachment on my vacuum, and so I can keep that clean without actually having to pull out the furniture and dust under that. I do pull out my nightstands and vacuum under those because I can't get my vacuum under that piece of furniture. Like my sofa and things like that I don't take out on a regular basis and clean under that because it's difficult for me to do by myself. That one I will do like 2 times a year and pull that out and clean behind the sofa. But these other items that I can do on my own, I try to do as often as I can. Another area that requires cleaning all the time is those cold air returns. They're constantly sucking air into your furnace, and they can get looking pretty grimy if we don't keep those clean. So I like to just pull out my upholstery attachment again on my vacuum and suck those off. In my kitchen though, I find that that doesn't work for the one that's in my kitchen area. And so for that one, I have to actually unscrew it off of the wall. It feels greasy and I can't get the vacuum to suck up the little lint dust that gets accumulated on it. So that one I actually vacuum quick, get off what I can, and then I just use a little scrubbing brush and scrub it and dry it and then reattach it back to the wall. Another item that really you should clean on a regular basis is your mattress. Now I do clean my sheets once a week. I do wash my sheets every week, and I keep a mattress protector over my mattress, but those little, we shed our skin cells and those little dust mites get into your mattress. So you want to keep your mattress clean. And I have found one of the easiest ways to do that is to vacuum my bed. I just put my vacuum cleaner on the top of my bed and I give it a good vacuum. You can also sprinkle it with some baking soda and let it kind of absorb any body oils that may have gotten into your mattress. And then I will just vacuum that up as well. Once you've been doing this method for a while and you have completed everything on all 5 zones and you've checked off every single item and your house is clean, and you're going to think, well, now what do I do? Well, what you do is you start over again. You erase all of those check marks that you've done of areas you've cleaned, and you go to it again. And by doing it the second time around, you're going to find that it is cleaner. It's going to be easier to clean the second time. And you'll probably get more done in your 10 minutes than you did the first time because, you know, you're in your kitchen, you don't have as much of a greasy film on things, or your ceiling fan didn't have the dust caked on this thick. It was only just a teeny bit. And so it's going to clean off easier. So if you keep this up on a regular basis, you're going to find that your home is just clean all the time. Deep clean, deep, deep, deep clean. So you're going to want to print off these cleaning zone schedules so that you can start using this method in your home today. So what you want to do, there's a link in the description to head over to our website. We've got a link to the free printables. They are totally free. All you have to do is click on it, and then you do need to subscribe to our newsletter in order to get those. And we hope you'll find some good information there, but easy download, and you can create your own cleaning zones. You can put them in a binder however you want to do it. I've even gotten a little more high tech, and I've made a list on my phone in Wunderlist. I don't know if you've used that app, but I do like that. And I put all of my lists in my phone, and then I can just click them off by tapping on them, and then I can make them all come back when I'm done cleaning that. When I've finished that zone and cleaned them all, I can put them all back on again and just clean them again. So either way you want to do it, you can get those free printables today.
We hope you found this inspirational. I know when I first read through her post, I mean, I grew up having her do this method, right? But then you have your own home and your kids, and my house is crazy. But after reading her post initially too, I was like, oh wow, like it inspired me. So I myself need to print that list out and do it.
It makes a huge difference. It really does. It really
so we hope, that you've been inspired, that it does not seem overwhelming to do it this way, and just little by little, you can stay on top of it.
Absolutely. So if you've liked this video, please like it, give us a thumbs up, And please subscribe to our channel. We have usually lots of DIYs, but we love to share organizing tips as well to keep your home running smoothly. So follow us or subscribe to our channel, and then in the description section you'll find information for products that we do use or did use for this for cleaning, and you'll find links also to our social media, and you'll find that if you're following us on Instagram, you'll see what we're working on ahead of time. If you want a little sneak peek of the next project, make sure you're following us on Instagram. And you can also find a link to our blog and our website if you want to see other things that actually we don't do video. We don't do video for everything. So if you're
trying to do more.
We're trying to do more. But I know that some people only like video, but if you're, feeling like you're missing something, head over there and see what we have. Anyway, here at Sunnyside Design, we hope to bring your home to the sunny side of the street.